Where would you like me to sit?
Oh, that's fine right there.
Okay.
I'm Detective Jacobson.
My name's Jerome Ersland.
Ersland? Okay.
Yes, sir. Do you need my IDs or anything?
Yeah, if you have that, I'll just write it off that. I know they were going to get them off the counter for you. I was hoping
they did.
Okay.
There's my concealed weapon one. Here's my military one. And, of course, I got more.
This will work.
I figured it would.
I think somebody else has probably already got all your information.
You know, I don't know if they did or not.
Oh, okay. What's your address then?
My address is... And that's a...
Okay. What's the phone number?
My number is...
Okay. Let's see.
Yeah, that's 8091.
Okay.
That's it.
I'll give you those back for a... Put them in your pocket there.
Thank you.
Okay.
Kind of a rough day.
Have you been through something like this before?
Well, I have PTSD from being in the Gulf War.
Okay.
Yeah, I killed a lot of people there.
Okay.
But I had to do it. And I dream about it every night.
Okay.
I got hurt there. That's why all this.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, they operated on me 6 weeks ago on my spinal cord, and so that made me where my right leg wasn't paralyzed. But up here up on top, I've got this T5 is what its number is, and it got blasted into thirds, and so the three pieces of that one vertebra are going around by my heart and my lungs and my spinal cord, and they can't operate. So you can't operate on it. So that's why I wear this.
Okay.
And I wear this other one because I had it operated on a few weeks, 6 weeks ago.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. So I have killed a number of people with a .50 caliber.
Okay. So
I was a platoon leader from Fort Bragg.
Oh, okay. Were you in the Army or the?
I was in the Army until I got hurt, and then they were going to make me get out. But I also had a pharmacy degree, so the Air Force let me get in. And so I finished up in the Air Force because they needed pharmacists so bad they were willing to take me.
Wow.
So that's how I finished up my 20.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you're working as pharmacist here
Yes,
at the
sir,
store?
part-time. Okay. I can't work full-time because I can't stand up that long.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, pretty painful.
Okay. What time did you start work today? Did you come in the morning?
Yes, sir. I started work, I got there at 20 minutes until 9.
Okay.
I got there 8:40, and then the person with the key came at 8:50, and then we opened the store at 9 o'clock.
Okay. And that's when it usually opens, 9 o'clock?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
It always opens at 9, 6 days a week.
Okay. And then when this happened, it was getting ready to be closing time. Is that
Yes,
right?
sir.
It was about 6 o'clock.
Here's what happened.
Okay.
It was 10 minutes till 6.
Okay.
And what we do, see, our store has been hit many times with burglaries, and then it had an armed robbery a year ago. But the other pharmacist was on, and then the three black men beat them up and stole their wallets and their money and all the narcotics. So since then, we take the narcotics off the shelf and we put it. He got a great big safe, and every night at the same time we move the narcotics and put them in the safe. So if a burglar comes in, because I mean it was bad. They had like 8 burglaries in a year.
Oh, okay.
So, but only one armed robbery. And so we lock him up in there, and then that way, when we had a burglar get in and he couldn't find anything, we saw him on a picture and then on a video cam, and he was looking for stuff and he couldn't find anything. But anyway,
it's all locked up, huh?
Yeah, what was happening was we were getting ready to lock up, and I had some narcotics in my hand, and then the girls were Jean, the older lady, and the other one is named Megan, and that's her daughter.
Okay. And is just you three?
Yeah, just us three. So, we weren't real secure. So, all of a sudden, it was like an unreal thing. I had this, and I was behind the counter, and all of a sudden, I saw these two black guys with gray masks, and it was like, I don't believe that. And then they had guns, and it was like unbelievable. And then they said, excuse the language, but anyway, I'm sure you heard it before, but the ladies were right by the register, and they said, I want all your money and all your drugs. And so I had told them if anything like that ever happened, to go into the back and I would take care of it. And so they went to the back, but then the guys got real mad because they didn't get it, and they started shooting. And so they shot, and I backed up, and I hit my back where it would hurt it more, and then I got grazed right here, but it's cleaned up now. Police cleaned it up and bandaged it. And so they got 2 shots off at me, and then I reached in my drawer and I grabbed out my Kel-Tec, and I grabbed my Kel-Tec out of my pocket, and then I grabbed my Judge out of the where I keep it. And I had the Judge with 1 shotgun shell, 1 .45 long coat, 1 shotgun shell, like that. And so then they said, he's got a gun. And so they continued to fire, and then I started firing, and I took the one on the left and I shot him, and then the other guy ran out of the store, and this one I ran by him, and he was still up there, and he was gonna hit me as I went by. So of course I would have been a goner because with all this, and so I had the Kel-Tec, so I just unloaded it on him, and then he fell down, and then I chased the other guy out, and all I had left was I had the Judge, but it only had, I think, 3 shots left, because I think I shot the other guy with it too, because he was the closest to me. But I ran around the corner, and then we got around to the corner of the store, and there was another black guy, and he was in a Oldsmobile, a white Oldsmobile, and the left rear hubcap was missing. And he had on a green hooded like a running suit. He had on a green hooded thing, and he had a shotgun, and he started to pull it up, and I pointed this at his head, and he got down, and that other guy was running over there to get in, and that guy says, I'm getting the out of here. And so that guy continued to run, and then I went ahead and unloaded on him as he took off. And the clothes that the guy that ran off, and unfortunately he got away, was he had on solid red jogging pants. He had on running shoes. He had on a white shirt, and he had on a gray large mask that covered his entire face. And then he had a revolver.
Okay.
And of course the guy that I nailed, well, he was oddly dressed pretty much the same. But he is, instead of solid red, he had red with spots, spot colors on him. And then he also had on a white top. And the odd thing is the masks were made by the same person because they were both gray and they both covered the entire head. So I don't know what they look like. And the guy that was waiting to pick him up with the money and the narcotics that was parked over there, and the one that took off, I don't know what he looked like because he ducked down when he saw that I had him, the bead on him, and he didn't have a chance. I saw the shotgun. It looked to be a 12, and he was pulling it up, and it looked to be a short one, like a Mossberg 500 or a Maverick. And as he was pulling it up, and I pulled down on him, and then he got away, but I can't tell you what he looked like.
Okay.
Because he ducked down because he thought I was going to get him.
Okay.
But I wasn't scared he was going to get it up in time. And so that other guy, I wanted to get him before he hurt anybody else.
Okay.
The one that ran away, and I used my last shot when he jumped over a hedge, but unfortunately my last shot was a shotgun out of the judge, and so it wouldn't go that far.
Okay.
So he probably has pepper, a 4-shot, he probably has little pepper shots on him, and it's
in
all
the back as he's running.
Yeah, it was
Okay.
his back.
Okay. Then the guy in the car, where was he at? On the corner right there, 58?
Yes, sir. He was at the
Okay.
corner, and he was there with the motor running.
Was he parked?
He
on the
was
side of-
parked, and he had his motor running on the almost to the corner.
Which way was he facing?
He was facing.
Towards Penn?
He was Penn.
Okay.
He took a ride on Penn.
Okay.
Real fast. He took a ride.
Turn north on Penn?
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yes, north.
Okay.
And he ducked down, and he wasn't even looking. You know, the cars screeched around because he wasn't looking. You know.
Okay. And he's sitting in the driver's seat and he's bringing the shotgun up to you?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Because he was parked.
Parked. Okay.
That's how he did that.
So it was obvious he was waiting for them to come out.
Yes, sir.
Did the one guy ever run over to that car, or he just kept
Yes,
on?
he ran across. He ran across the grass, and he ran over to the car. But the car. I was back here, and he was running across to get in the car. But the car took off before he got to it. So this guy was up the creek. So he turned from going this way to going that way.
Okay.
Because that guy left him behind.
Was it was a white 4-door car, you think?
It was a white 4-door Oldsmobile model 88, approximately a 1988. It was a junky.
So it was an older car.
Yes, it was a junky old car, approximately 88. It was a large car, and
And it was missing the rear hubcap, you said?
yes, the left rear hubcap.
Okay. Was there anything else that stood out about it?
It had a muffler that was kind of loud. It had holes in it, it sounded like.
Okay. Was there anybody else in the car that you could tell, or was it just that one guy?
Just the one
One
guy.
guy.
So it was a 3-person robbery like the other one they had.
Okay. Was it a bright white, or was it
No.
kind of a silver
no,
maybe? Or?
No, it was dull.
Okay.
It hadn't been washed or anything, and its paint job was bad.
Okay. But it was definitely a white.
Yes.
Okay. And then you didn't see that car again?
No, sir.
Okay.
What I did then was I went in and called the 911.
Okay. The guy in the red shirt that's running jumps over the hedge?
Yes.
What's the last place you see him? You just see him running down the street?
Yes, the last place I see him is when he runs over the hedge, and I'm out of ammo, so I run in to call the police to tell him his location.
Okay.
Because I couldn't do anything. I can't run because I'm crippled.
Right.
So,
but he's running the last thing you see.
He's running like the wind.
Okay.
And so I go in and tell him which direction and where he's at and which way he's headed.
Okay. So you call 911.
Immediately, yes, sir.
Okay. Now, when this all starts and they let the guys in, you back there in that north part of the pharmacy, or are you up there with the girls?
No, I'm right in the middle of the dispensing area.
Okay.
So the girls are up front by the cash register, and I'm over here right in the middle of the dispensing area.
Okay. The big tall area there.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm right in the middle, and I've got my hands full of one of the narcotic boxes, because we have 5 narcotic boxes, and I had one of them in my hand.
Okay.
And then these guys come in, and then
did you see him come in?
I didn't see him come in. The first I saw him was when when I see these people with gray masks, and they're cursing and they start shooting, and that's the first time I see them. They're already shooting at me. I thought, oh gosh, I can't get to my gun in time, but they missed me.
But are both of them shooting at you?
Yeah.
Both of them have a gun?
Yes, they both shot me, and they shot high.
Okay. Could you tell what kind of guns they had?
Yeah, they looked to be like cheap revolvers.
Okay, both of them
imported. Yeah,
okay.
I would say imported, and I would say they were, from the sound of them, they were 38 or 357s.
Okay. Were they black or silver?
Okay, they were both black.
Both black.
Both black. Yeah.
Okay.
And the people were all 3 black.
Okay. But as soon as they come in, and then you see them, they fire off a couple rounds at you.
Yeah. All of a sudden they're shooting, and I see all of this happening at once, and I fell back against one of the bays and hit my back and hurt it worse.
Okay.
And then by then I had pulled out the Kel-Tec, and then I shot the one guy with it left-handed, and then I got time to get to my good gun. And
where was the guy at that you shot when you shot him?
He was in by the cash register.
Okay, by the front cash register as you come in. Okay.
He was right by it, and the other guy was in the corner behind the cash register in the corner, and he was going to come around this side and get me, and this guy was going to come around this side.
Okay, so they're both kind of coming around that register there to get in.
They're coming around each way to get me like that, because I'm their only threat. Okay. And I'm the one that they figure's got the narcotics and knows where the money is.
Right.
And so they just figure they'll get me like they do all the other pharmacists in town. They go get the pharmacist and beat them up, and they get their money and the narcotic. And that's what they were planning to do, I'm sure. Okay. I'm positive.
That sounds like it. Yeah.
Yeah, because they both come around there.
And you get that guy, and he goes down.
He went down.
And then the guy that's in the red shirt's coming around the other way.
Right.
What happens? You fire some rounds
I
at him?
fire him, and then he gets scared and runs out.
Okay. Does he have to push the button to get out, or is the door just open for him?
Well, that is odd. How did he get out? Somehow he just busted out of it.
Is there like maybe a latch there that he can push to get out, or?
I don't know how he got out.
Okay, that's fine.
I don't know how he got out, but he got out immediately.
Okay.
I don't know how he got out. I was worried about the other guy because he was still a danger to me, so that's why I had to get him with the Kel-Tec as I was running out.
Okay. Okay. So, but he goes down. How many times do you think you shoot at this guy that goes down?
Probably 5.
Okay.
But he kept staying up.
Okay.
And I was afraid he was going to get the girls. He
Okay,
was
right.
staying up, so
Because
I
they
just
went around
kept
that
shooting.
way back to the back office.
Yeah, they
Okay.
went to they didn't go to the back office, they went to the back, the very back, which is, there's a refrigerator, and they went in the back room.
Okay.
So that's the best place. So nobody went in the boss's office.
The middle office there.
No,
yeah.
that's where they got put before. So
Okay.
they didn't want any part of that office.
Okay. Let me see if this is my partner calling from. Hang on just a second.
Sure.
Hello? Yes. Yeah. Yes. Step back here. Sorry about that. They're trying to
That's
find,
okay, sir.
trying to figure out the video part of it out there. I guess Blake's the one who knows how to do that.
Oh, maybe so.
Okay. Let's see. We were talking about you shot at this guy that went down about 5 times. How many times do you think you shot at this other guy?
4.
4 times in the store,
No, 4. 2 outside.
and then
No, 3 outside and 1 in the store.
okay, and that's from you're using the kill tech on this guy,
Yeah,
and then you're using the judge on.
yeah, on
This
the
guy.
one other guy.
Okay, so altogether, how many rounds do you think? Just so we can get a count of.
Okay, I shot 6 Celtics and 4 judges.
Okay,
10 shots.
and what caliber's the kill tech?
The Celtic is a 380,
Okay,
and of course the judge is a 410 / 45 long coat.
so you shot 4 of those, so 10 total. And then how many times do you think they shot at you? You said
2, I think.
each shot 2 or just 2 total?
I think 2 total.
2 total, okay.
It could be more. I don't know.
You just remember 2 though. Okay, that's
Yeah.
fine. Okay. Can you just? I guess you really didn't get a good look at the guy in the red shirt, other than he had on a red shirt. Just a solid red shirt.
The one that got away.
Right.
He had on. He didn't have on a red shirt at all.
Oh, that's right.
It was a white shirt,
Okay.
and he had on red pants that were solid.
Okay.
The shirt was white solid.
Okay, that's the one you told me about before.
Yeah.
Okay. And then the one in the car had on a green.
He had on a green hooded running top.
Okay. Like a sweatshirt kind of.
Yeah, it was
Okay.
a sweatshirt.
Okay, and then once you come back in and call 911, do you go back and get the girls out, bring them out, or how does
Yeah,
that?
I went to them. I didn't know they were all right, and so I get them out,
Okay, went to check on them and then bring them
and
out.
I found out they were all right
Okay,
because I was afraid they were shot.
right, okay. And so, because as soon as this starts happening, they run.
See,
and-
since these guys were on me, I didn't know where the girls went, and I figured they went to the other office.
Okay.
And I hunted for them, and then I found them back there hiding in the back.
Okay.
They were hiding back there still.
Okay. And then you got grazed on your left arm.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Is there anything else you can think of, or
Oh, sir, that's all I got. I wish the other guy wouldn't have got away.
if I guess really you never see him other than with a mask on, so you don't know really what he looks like. Right?
No, I could tell their ages were they were approximately, I would say, 28 from their voices and
Let me just stop it.
that.
Okay. Okay, and you think it was just those three? You don't think there's anybody else probably involved that you
I don't
could
think
tell?
so. There could have been somebody laying in the back seat of the car,
Okay.
but
No other cars parked around?
I didn't see anybody.
Did you see the guy that was running down the road? Did you see him get picked up later on? Okay, because you're
No,
back.
but I went right back in because I wanted to see if the girls were all right.
Okay, I
So I
understand.
went right back in.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. You never saw the white car again.
No,
Okay.
it went off north on Pennsylvania.
Okay. And these guys you didn't recognize from maybe of coming in earlier that day or anything, so like casing it out or anything? Okay.
No, we have people that walk back and forth sometimes, and I think they're casing the joint.
Mhm.
And whoever it was, well, the guys, I believe they had cased the joint because they knew when to hit us. When our money was out, our money was all out, and the narcotics were all out. So whoever those guys, they knew what time we
time,
did
yeah.
everything.
Okay, so they had a pretty good idea of what was
They
going
had good intel.
on. Okay. Okay. Let me go call my partner out there and see if we're about done out there. See if there's anything
Okay.
he wants to ask.
Okay.
I don't. You had to do what you had to do.
I know.
Now they're shooting at you.
I hate that, but I had to because I didn't want the girls to get killed.
Right.
And I didn't want to get shot.
And just from what everybody I've talked to said, I don't see any problems. It's
Good.
self-defense. I mean, they're shooting at you. You did what you had to do.
Let me ask you, what
Okay.
happens if I get these people's families and they start suing me? Is there anybody here I can call to get advice?
That what'll happen is we're going to get all this information together. We're going to make
Yeah.
all these reports, taking pictures. We got CSI out there. We'll get all this together and we'll take it over to the district attorney's office. He'll look at it and he'll say, yes, this was self-defense. Okay, then he won't file charges. That's not going to happen then. Okay, so then that would kind of clear you then from, say,
I see.
like it was a homicide or something like that.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not saying that's what it is, but
Yeah.
he's going to say that no, this was a case of self-defense. But he's the only one that can do that. We just have to go over and present the case to him. And once
I
that
see.
happens, we'll call and let you know.
Okay.
Are all of your guns still there in the pharmacy? Okay, we'll probably take those for now, but we'll get them back to you as soon as we can.
That's fine. Keep them as long as you want.
Okay, well, we'll try to get ballistics. Will probably do some things to him, some tests, fire off some rounds, and then we'll get them back to you.
Okay. That's great.
We're not going to keep them forever. I don't want
Oh,
you to
that's
think
all right.
that. We'll give them back to you. But that's kind of what's going to happen as far as the family and stuff. I mean, they can always sue you. That's something. But, there's going to be a full investigation on it, and the district attorney's going to look at it, so they're not going to be able to say, civilly they can, but criminally there's not going to, there won't be anything criminal once the DA's done with it.
Right. I
But
understand.
people can sue anybody for anything nowadays.
They
That's-
can. I know.
yeah,
It's
that's-
pitiful.
And that's a possibility. I mean, I don't really know what to tell you on that, but
I know.
once we get our investigation and stuff done, that's only going to help you. Okay.
And
Okay.
I did do just what I had to do. So it's not a deal where you have a big choice.
Right. Yeah, and I don't want you to think that we're doing this because we're going to try to, put charges
no,
on you
I
or
don't
something
think
like that.
that at all. You're on my side, and
We just
you're
have
just
to get,
doing your job.
right. He ended up dying because of what he did, and we have to kind of investigate that, like I said, and then we take it to the district attorney's office.
Of
So
course.
I just want to let you know that's what's happening. We're not.
I appreciate it.
Okay. Let me go call him. Do you want to drink water or anything? You okay?
I'm okay.
Okay. Do you want to sit in here or you want to go sit in the hallway? Either way is fine.
I'll go sit in the hallway.
Okay, that's fine.
All right.
Yeah, some people don't like sitting in here. It's kind of
I
claustrophobic to
just
them.
need to stand up. All
Sure.
right.
Inside a pharmacy shooting trial.
For the first time, the Oklahoma County District Attorney is talking about the trial that landed this man, pharmacist Jerome Ersland, behind bars for life. Eyewitness News 5's Jessica Holloway joins us now live. And Jessica, you sat down with David Perpetrator today.
Thanks, Paul and Jessica. Yeah, this has been a divisive case, a very heated one. There's been a gag order in this case. This is really the first time the DA is talking, and tonight we're getting a better look at why the jury made the decision to convict Ersland.
Jerome Ersland shoots a teenager trying to rob a pharmacy.
Okay, ma'am, just stay silent.
Everyone thought Jerome Ersland was a hero.
I wasn't trying to kill him.
And then we see the videotape and things start to really unravel for Mr. Ersland.
The DA makes an unpopular decision that reaches national headlines. He charges Ersland with murder.
It was my duty to charge Mr. Ersland.
Then an even bigger shock.
Defendant is guilty of the crime of murder in the first degree.
Now, for the first time, you get a seat inside the courtroom.
Absolutely, I knew we'd be criticized because people wouldn't understand what happened in that pharmacy.
Prater used pictures, evidence, and video to help the jury understand. He says the 16-year-old is unconscious on the ground, not a threat. But Ersland comes back and shoots him 5 more times.
If he's a threat, do you step over the feet of a person who's about to try to kill you?
And you said you shot somebody.
Yes, he's dead.
Then the jury hears Jerome Ersland's first lie to police dispatchers.
There was 2 of them. They came in with guns, both shooting.
But Ersland was never shot at, and prosecutors say he planted fake bullets into his arm and fake bullet holes in the walls of the pharmacy.
It's not a gun rights issue, it's not a self-defense issue. I support both of those strongly. This is about murder.
Prater says Ersland lied about his service in the military. He never served in combat, but claims he has a back injury and post-traumatic stress disorder.
Yeah, it's injustice of a monumental proportion.
What do you plan to do from here?
Appeal.
But after the lies,
They got 2 shots off at me.
the truth came out.
Okay, ma'am, just stay silent.
Now there's a punishment.
Punishment is set at imprisonment for life.
The DA believes what happened here was justice.
I don't for one second regret the decisions that we've made during this case.
Since our story aired at 6, we've had 2 jurors call us anonymously to tell us they're tired of being ridiculed and they're glad this evidence is coming out publicly. Reporting live, Jessica Holloway, Eyewitness News 5.
Jessica, thank you. And Jerome Ersland will be 97 years old before he's eligible for parole. His lawyer has already filed a motion to appeal his verdict and punishment.